It's Brian Preston, the Money Guy.
This next question is from Chris. I think I've seen a lot of questions around this idea. You were talking about how with you and your wife, you use a special type of card and you get, points, and so you get a companion pass. Do you want to talk a little bit about some of maybe even some of the cards you use, or how you approach how you use credit cards and how you use the point system well to your benefit?
Did my wife ask this question? Because I'm telling you, my wife has been on me to try to get like one of these Amex Platinums or some of these other things. I would love to know what Clark has in his wallet. That's
in your wallet?
Superb question.
All right, so this is going to it's funny you said that.
Is this inappropriate to ask you, Clark? Are you okay with this?
I got to make sure the numbers don't show.
Oh, look, I see it.
So there you have the Amex Platinum.
Oh, my wife, she is so good.
Annual fee, $695. How in the world could I justify having this card? See, you're shocked I have it.
I am. My eyes are big
good.
For Clark to pay $600 a year.
$695.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Don't underestimate. So the rewards I get because I travel so much make it pay. It's for somebody who has high charge volume and high travel volume. So I travel 20, 30 trips a year.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so this is a no-brainer if you travel that much, because I get in lounges for free. Your gamification thing again.
Yeah.
You get airline junk fees, they pay you back. I get $200 in Uber credits a year. So it really is geared towards a certain person who travels a lot, and this works. Then I've got this one that is a newer card that is the Capital One Venture X that is also for travel. Don't know if you know this one. Capital One has always had they've not gone after the affluent market, the mass affluent market. And so they're selling this way below what American Express is doing theirs, and Chase is doing the Sapphire Reserve, I think it is. It's $550. This one's $395.
Okay.
And gets you a lot of benefits. And when I signed up, I got 100,000 of their points, which was worth about $1,500. And so I'll see if this one works over time. And then I have the Southwest Visa that we use for corporate expenses. So I qualify for the companion pass, and with it, and then my wife flies with me free all year. But see, that's only because I'm so into travel. Someone who's not into travel, the card you should be carrying is a cashback card. And look for one of the 2%ers. You don't have to worry about availability or anything like that. You're getting a flat 2% cash back. And if you're a Costco member, have theirs, because you get 4% at gasoline. Or if you're a Sam's Club member, you get 5% with their card, gasoline. You get 3% restaurants and travel. So my wife, I had to do a cheat sheet for her because she was having trouble keeping up.
Like, what card do you use?
This card, where I use that card.
Man, these are the same type of problems we have.
So one day I was at Costco, which is where my mail's delivered as well, because I'm there so much. And this guy comes up to me and says, "I heard you talk about the problem with your wife with not knowing what card to use." And he showed me he has these little stickers that he has on every card.
Like he puts them on the card themselves.
That's brilliant.
And it tells each of them, because he says he gets flaky too. They know, use this card for gas, use this card for this, use this card for that. And so it is an affluenza thing where you're showing your cards, but it only works if you do one thing first, and that is you're using plastic as a payment system. Payment system only, meaning you never, not ever run a balance on a credit card ever in your life.
I love
That's
it.
exactly
I
right.
love it. I think that's so good.
So, point of clarification too, because I love adding to this, because it's also very confirming, and I know there's going to be a lot of our financial mutants out there that are going to love hearing this type of detail. I didn't hear you say, because I know the revolving, cash back by categories is a thing that all these credit card companies are trying to do. Discover does it.
I won't do that.
So you don't do those, because I can't stand them. I never can remember.
There's no way, maybe 1% of people, or a fraction of 1%, can keep up with the ever-revolving categories.
Yeah.
That is a gimmick that the banks know work so well, because people will, it's just like people who don't know what interest rate their card has because they never intended to run a balance and they're paying 18% interest. Nobody would get up in the morning and say, you know what, I want to take out a loan at 18% interest. It's the same thing with the reward categories. They do the behavioral research and they know almost nobody is going to be able to keep up with that. So I want to know certainty over time. If I do this, I get this much back. If I do this, I get that much back. If I use this card, I get this other thing. And so that is key. And you know the one credit card mistake that most people make?
What?
They get a monoline card. They get an American Airlines credit card. They get a United or Delta, or they get the Southwest or whatever, and they don't fly a lot or they don't charge a lot. You're paying an annual fee for a card that you're never getting bang for your buck because you're not meeting those two criteria I talked about: high charge volume, high travel volume on a particular supplier.
Last thing on the credit cards, and then we can move on. What do you think about that Amazon Prime card? Because it does have a 5% discount. That's the one. I don't have it in my wallet, but I'm like, that's the one I'm looking at going, maybe I should have another credit card. What do
Here's
you
the
think
hard
of that
part,
one?
because Amazon is a convenience service. It's not a discount service.
Yeah.
Amazon built market share and killed off rivals by selling things for years and years and years below cost. Amazon was a huge money loser through its whole growth cycle. Now they've got network effect. They've got Amazon Prime memberships in so many people's hands that Amazon is now all about convenience and is more often than not more expensive than shopping other places. Speaking of the behavior thing, Amazon now knows that people most are price sensitive on the items that they buy the most that they can comparison shop. You know, the items that are
They
regular
see very
items.
regular, yeah.
And so Amazon will be very price competitive on those and not at all on other things. So the lure of the Amazon 5% discount is that you're getting a discount by paying too much to start with. As an example, Walmart Plus doesn't have the reliability of the delivery that you have with Amazon, but they're good. They're getting better. And Walmart's prices day in and day out are repeatedly lower than what you're going to find from Amazon. So getting the Walmart card that gets you the discount is actually, if you're about saving money, is better than Amazon. Amazon goes after the most white-collar, most affluent part of the market, and it is all about seeing that Amazon delivery show up like clockwork day after day.
And so if people are out there and they're like feverishly trying to take notes, going back, trying to remember what cards you said, where you mentioned, where you put that, is all that on your website? Can they go to Clark.com and kind of see your rundown?
So our writers, we have just incredible writers, and they write about different specialty areas. Like one of my beefs is how much we overpay for technology that is subscription based, how much we overpay for our streaming content, how much we overpay for our cell phone plans, how much we overpay for our monthlies. So we put a special emphasis on Clark.com with tools you can use to figure out with these expenses that just become baked into your life, how to figure out what's the best for your exact situation, not for people generally, but how do you make the decision for your exact family structure or friend network? What's going to be the best thing for you to do for your wallet? And that's what I really want. You know, y'all talk so much about the proper way to accumulate assets. My big area is how to not blow those assets by overspending unnecessarily, where you keep the same quality of life, but you spend less money doing it.